by sin, by death, by the idea that a single drop of soap could open the gates of hell. Eyewitnesses describe her bed as a nest of rags soaked with sweat, urine, and pus. Servants changed straw beneath her mattress, not linens. Her clothes, never washed, grew stiff and yellow. She carried relics, bones of saints, splinters of the true cross, next to festering sores. She prayed for hours in suffocating chambers, surrounded by incense, masking the stench of decay. Every corner of her palace reeked of power and rot. But no one dared speak. Because that stench, it was the smell of holy royalty. After her death, rumors spread that her body was barely recognizable. Her undergarments had fused to her flesh. Her skin peeled away with the cloth. Her tomb, once opened decades later, confirmed the gruesome decay. But was it all true? Or was it a myth invented by supporters to sanctify her suffering, or by enemies to demonize her? Perhaps the truth doesn't lie in the linens. Perhaps it lies in a darker truth, that a queen, in her obsession with purity, created a kingdom of rot, repression, and religious hysteria. Even after her death, Isabella's influence lingered. The Spanish Empire grew, conquering lands, killing natives, and spreading her version of Catholicism. Cleanliness remained suspect. Hygiene became sacrilegious. Women were taught to stink in silence. Men whipped themselves instead of washing. Entire generations feared their own flesh. All because one woman believed her body was a battlefield, and filth was her armor. Today, Queen Isabella is often remembered as a saint, a mother of Spain. Statues honor her. Streets bear her name. But the clean truth is this: she wasn't just a queen. She was a fanatic, a ruler who weaponized decay, a woman who wore her filth like a crown and demanded the world worship it. Her myth isn't about hygiene, it's about power. About how belief, left unchecked, can rot a body and a kingdom. A stone chamber choked with the scent of incense and sweat. Candles flicker, casting warped shadows across the face of a queen wrapped in heavy cloth, her skin pale, her eyes sharp, her body cloaked not in silk, but in filth. She hasn't bathed in years, not because she can't, but because she believes it would damn her soul. This is the untold truth behind Queen Isabella I of Castile, the holy sovereign who ruled an empire with blood and faith, yet feared a simple bath more than war itself. Queen Isabella is remembered as a unifier of Spain, the architect of the Reconquista, and the devout ruler who unleashed the Spanish Inquisition. But hidden beneath the crown and crimson robe lies a disturbing legend that she vowed never to change her undergarments until Granada, then under Muslim rule, was conquered. Years passed. Wars were fought. Kingdoms rose and fell. But the queen remained unbathed. According to chroniclers, Isabella wore the same linen shift day and night. No washings, no changes, just layer upon layer of filth, devotion, and fear. When she finally died, her body was said to be so decayed that the cloth had fused to her skin. Is this legend literal? Symbolic? Perhaps both. But either way, the truth it reveals is more chilling than the myth. Isabella was born in 1451 into a world aflame with war and political treachery. Spain was fractured into warring kingdoms, torn between Christian rule and centuries of Muslim governance. From a young age, Isabella was taught that her purpose was not pleasure, not even peace, but purification. Under the strict eye of her religious tutors, Isabella internalized a core belief: the body is sinful. Comfort, luxury, even bathing were dangerous temptations. She began to see water not as cleansing, but corrupting. To clean the body was to risk cleaning away piety. And so, she chose to remain dirty, as an offering to God. The siege. You're walking the stone corridors of the Alcázar of Madrid. It's 1665. The summer air is suffocating, thick with incense, sweat, and the metallic sting of blood. From behind massive oak doors, you hear it, the tortured gasps of a woman in childbirth. But this is no ordinary birth. What's being born isn't hope. It's the slow final gasp of a dying empire. Behind those doors lies Queen Mariana of Austria. Her body is racked with pain, laboring to deliver a child who is meant to preserve Spain's most powerful dynasty, the Habsburgs. But the boy that emerges, Charles II, is not a symbol of strength. He is the physical manifestation of over 200 years of royal inbreeding. This is not just a story of a cursed king. It's the dark tale of how power, incest, and blind faith in divine right can twist a bloodline and an empire into ruin. The Habsburgs ruled Europe for centuries. Spain, Austria, the Holy Roman Empire, all under one banner. But their obsession with keeping blood pure turned their family tree into a closed loop of cousins, uncles, nieces, and siblings. The result? Children with enormous jaws, collapsed lungs, club feet, madness, death in infancy, and finally Charles II, the worst product of all. He was born with the Habsburg jaw so exaggerated that he couldn't chew food. He had developmental delays so severe he couldn't walk until age 4 or speak until nearly 8. He drooled constantly. He was impotent, intellectually impaired, and deeply superstitious, told daily he was bewitched. But the truth was worse than witchcraft. Charles was not cursed. He was engineered by his own bloodline. Charles II's father died shortly after his birth. His mother, Queen Mariana, ruled in his place, but her power was fragile. Factions within the Spanish court conspired against each other, while Europe circled like vultures, waiting for the fall. Charles's court turned to exorcisms.